A joint effort is coming up this weekend between the Oklahoma City Fire Department and the Oklahoma City Police Department called Women in Public Safety Recruiting Event, Saturday, December 12th at Metro Tech, the Spring Lake campus. Here to tell us about this from the Oklahoma City Fire Department, I'm excited to have this conversation with District Chief Cathy Hayes, Firefighter Tracy, Alberty. Ladies, thanks so much for stopping in this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure.
How are your holidays going?
Great so far.
Yeah?
Did a little shopping yesterday, so.
Yeah? Online, or did you go to the bricks and mortar or actually go into a store and look
I
around?
did a little online, but I'm going to hit bricks and mortar this weekend.
Yeah, I'm a big online shopper, or at least a big online scouter, and then go, the search.
Find the deals.
Yeah, I'm all online.
Are you?
Yeah.
Now, are you, when you go into the store, you just in and out on a mission, or do you browse?
I try to stay on a mission.
Yeah. Stay focused.
I browse online, in the store, try to go in and out.
I try to do the in and out, and then it's squirrel. And I'm
Hey, look, shiny
look at
object.
that,
I'll
look
go
at
there.
that,
Let's check that out. Well, you're both with the Oklahoma City Fire Department, and you have been for quite a while. Let's back up, first of all, and how did you get involved in fire department to begin with?
It started in high school. I went through a regional occupation program that prepared high school students for the fire service, and it was basically a Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2 course during my senior year in high school. Well,
in high school,
yes.
They offered a firefighting
This is in
course,
California, yes.
or exposing you to.
They had several different careers. You could pick police, dental. I mean, it was a whole list, and we're like, oh, that looks like fun.
Why did it sound interesting to you?
I don't know. It was just a bunch.
Just
it was
appealed
me
to
and a
you.
couple other high school friends that were like, well, let's just take this and see what happens.
Okay. California, is fire a bigger deal in California because they deal with wildfires? Or not so much?
It is pretty, especially during that time of the year when, the California CAL FIRE and Department of Forestry are trying to recruit people to come out and be part of their efforts to combat those fires. But back then, I was just in high school and played softball, and I needed to take a class, and I was like, oh, let's try that. So there really wasn't no ulterior motive to it. It was just, oh, that sounded interesting.
Their recruiting was just blanket recruiting. Hey, any men or women come, you could be a firefighter. Okay. What brought you to Oklahoma City?
Went to college out here at Oklahoma City University.
That's where I went.
Oh, yeah.
Good school.
Yes, I
Did you
love
play
it.
softball there? Okay, very cool. McSpadden, right?
Yep.
Coach McSpadden. Is he still there?
Yes, he is. Well, he just recently surpassed Margie Wright.
Got to be like winning as coach.
Yeah,
at this
winning
point,
as
right?
coach, as softball coach in a four-year collegiate school. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So that brought you to Oklahoma City. So then, from softball to firefighter, how did this happen?
A friend of mine who was on the fire department said, hey, I was getting ready to head back to California. I said, hey, the fire department's hiring. Why don't you check it out? I was like, you know what? I did that whole regional occupation program. Let's go check this out.
Put this to use.
Yeah, I went and filled out the application, and 6 months later, they gave me a job offer.
Very nice. And how long have you been with the fire department?
19 years.
19 years. That's a long time. You're about ready to retire, right?
Yeah, I can here shortly, but nah, I love it too much. Yeah.
All right, Tracy, let's bring you in. You're also not from Oklahoma, right? What brought you here? And where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Springfield, Missouri. I wasn't born there, but I pretty much raised there.
Okay.
Went to college there, met my husband there. He graduated a few years before I did, moved back to Edmond, and then...
he was from Edmond?
Yeah, he went to high school there.
Gotcha.
And we got engaged, and I moved here as well, and just kind of did some odd jobs here and there. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my life.
None of us are.
College. Yeah. Came across like a truck dispatching job. Just decided to research it a little bit. Just probably Googled it. Came across a 911 dispatching job. Thought, oh man, that's pretty cool.
Sounds interesting.
Ended up getting hired there. Working.
Is that hard?
At times, yes.
Because in the media
it can
business,
be hard.
we get a lot of the 911 calls from a crime scene or perhaps a murder or just a news situation. As people you're dealing with people at their worst. They're panicked on the phone at that point. How, as a 911 dispatcher, how do you handle those calls?
You're trained. Trained into the mindset that you need to have a little bit.
Here's the information you must get from this phone call.
Yes, but a lot of it, as far as dealing with that type of person in that type of situation, it's just you can kind of either do it or you're one of those people that it's maybe not a good idea to try to calm someone at their at their worst, because you kind of get elevated as well and kind of get panicked with
Sure.
them. So, you know, you can either stay calm in those situations or you can't. So it was very interesting, you know, some of the training and kind of getting used to some of those calls.
I think that would be a very demanding, tough job, so congrats to you for handling that, but then that probably gave you exposure to both police and fire, right?
It did. It was quite a bit of fun getting to do the ride-along with the police and the fire.
So you did some of that.
I did. I actually got a policy change to where we could do more ride-alongs for training for the fire department.
And how did that help you out with that job?
Well, the more we saw the other side of the radio, the more it helped us do our dispatch job. So I encourage other dispatchers as well to go and see what they did, because we had never seen the stuff that they did. We just heard it on the radio. So.
But you knew from that side of the call what you were sending these officers or the fire department, what scene you were sending them to.
Yes, I knew the ins and outs of all the calls they went on, and I thought, you know, I worked overnight for about 3 years of that, and I knew if this is something I want to do and I can deal with getting up at 2:30, 3, 4 in the morning, going to a nursing home, helping people get up out of bed or do whatever problem that they had at that time that we needed to respond to. If that, I still wanted to do the job and I knew exactly what I was going to be responding to, that really was something I wanted to do. So.
How long have you been with the fire department?
A little bit over a year. I got my year on in September.
You like it?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
The best choice I ever made.
Okay, why? What do you like about this job?
Man, what don't I like about this job? It's
pretty good answer.
It's
right
intense.
Yeah.
I enjoy that kind of thing. It's if I'm the kind of person that kind of enjoys that adrenaline rush, you know, but trying to stay calm through a heightened situation, that kind of stuff is fun to me. I get to help people. I get to calm people sometimes at their worst. I get to be kind of that voice of reason sometimes.
You mentioned adrenaline rush. What part of the job provides you an adrenaline rush?
Oh, anytime we get a fire alarm,
okay,
that's going to be an adrenaline rush. You hear you're on the back of the rig going to a fire, and you hear all the radio traffic. Maybe the first engine gets there and say, oh, we have flames coming out looks like maybe bedroom window on the front of the house. You know, we think, okay, and you start thinking through the
mentally
steps
prepared.
that I'm going to have to do. Exactly. So it's, how do you not get an adrenaline rush from that?
For someone who's watching this, men or women for that matter, but let's say it's a woman watching this video and they're interested in joining the fire department, what are some things that they should consider?
They should consider, one, being physically fit.
What are the demands that might be? And thank goodness we're not having a push-up contest during this interview. This will not go well for me.
Well, I think with women, I think they really have to work their upper body. To help with you know,
climbing and lifting, I
yes.
would assume, but maybe not.
Upper body cardio, they need to keep their cardio up, but especially, like I said, that upper body strength, because I mean, just women in general just don't normally have a strong upper body strength, and we use a lot of that. But there's also techniques out there, you know, in the job that as your experience goes on, you learn these techniques to help you kind of get through some of the issues that we have, you know, with problem solving on scene. So yeah.
I see. I was looking at the Oklahoma City Fire Department's website, and there was a huge list of requirements, which could certainly give someone a heads up on. But it's pretty demanding.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something that you have to be able to lift 200 pounds or something, maybe like a person
mm-hmm.
up to 200 pounds. That would be hard for me to do. What were some of the challenges that you guys faced when you joined the fire department?
Some of the challenges I faced, you know, they talk about the lifting of the 200 pounds. Yeah, you have to do that, but a lot of the stuff that we do is team oriented, so everybody has to work together. Okay, it's not just one person's going to go in there and just lift 200
you got the
pounds.
heavy stuff.
Go get that. You're going to work together, especially because first you got to work safely. People get hurt when you lift that type of weight on their own, you know, especially with our gear on and everything like that. So again, those are techniques that you're taught through training, how to work together as a team, how to again accomplish moving, you know, a 200-pound plus person.
I was on a flight from Chicago this weekend, and one of the movies was San Andreas, you know, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I imagine you guys don't go in all rock style, just get out of my way, lifting people out of there. It's not quite like that. How many women are on the Oklahoma City Fire Department, and how's that diversity work, and how's the interaction there?
There are 20 of us.
Okay.
We're all in different departments. Some of us are in suppression. I think we have a few in dispatch, a few in the public education sector. So a safety chief, just kind of all spread out. I think we have 2 other females other than myself in my district. We don't necessarily work with each other at the same station, but not to say that we can't. We're just pretty spread out. I mean, but with only 20 women on the job, we've got to be spread out anyway.
And there's about 1,000 firefighters in Oklahoma City, is that right? Or in this area? What are the hours you guys work? Just as a prospective person watching this, they might be interested in, okay, we've talked about the demands, now what's the work schedule look like?
We work 24-hour shifts, so it's shift work. So you're there from 7 in the morning till 7 in the morning the next day.
Is it days on, days off,
Yes.
or every other, or?
How our rotation works, it's a tour is 3 shifts, and it's 24 on, 24 off, 24 on, 24 off, 24 on, and then 4 days off.
Okay.
So basically we work in a 27-day period, we work 9 shifts, 9 24-hour shifts.
Was that tough to adjust to?
At first it was, because there's just days, shifts where you don't even get any rest, no sleep. And then that next day off, that 24 hours, when I was younger, I didn't have a problem with it. Now that I'm getting older, it's that 24 hours between the shifts, I'm like, oh, thank God. I need the rest. But when I was, back in my 20s, I was like, rip raring to go.
I think that on my desk job, and I don't have a demanding job like you guys do. You need the sleep. Anything else you would tell someone who's coming up to you and says, hey, I want to be you? What would you tell them?
Put in an application. I never had it on my radar. As a younger person, I didn't get on until I was 30. I still consider myself young now, very capable. And here I am, 31, and I've been on for a year and never even thought it was a possibility. So even someone who's 5 years into another career and thought, what if? Put in an application, give it a try. I mean, if you get in, it's the best job in the world. Absolutely.
Awesome.
There's a phone number that they could call. It's 297-FIRE, and that's just a recorded line, and it kind of gives you an idea of when testing process starts, some of the first steps that they need to do. Or you could also go to the Oklahoma City website, www.okc.gov, and click on FIRE there, and it'll take you to the FIRE page, and it'll kind of give you a list of what you need to do.
Awesome. I've appreciated the conversation here. I learned a lot. It's cool to see people who just enjoy their jobs, enjoy what they're doing. And the benefit of the other side of your job is it really is public safety, public service, and helping other people. We appreciate you guys being there for us. Trust me. All right, District Chief Cathy Hayes, Firefighter Tracy Alberty. The Women in Public Safety recruiting event is Saturday, December 12th. As I mentioned, the Metro Tech campus, Spring Lake campus, Metro Tech, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And let me say one other thing, these beautiful flowers here are courtesy of our friends at Trocta's Flowers and Garden Center. They have everything you need this holiday season, from beautiful flowers and poinsettias to expert decorators who can help you out. So thanks to them. Ladies, thanks so much. Happy holidays.
You
Thank
too.
you too.